So the Vargo 52 is a brand new assault rifle which just released as a DLC weapon in Season 2, i.e. Cold War Year 2 content. And you can unlock it for free with a weapon challenge in multiplayer or zombies, and today I'll show you how to complete this challenge to unlock it easily and quickly. Now if you're trying to unlock it in Warzone instead, then check out my separate guide for that. There'll be a card for that on screen and a link in the description. So in this video I'm going to quickly explain the challenge, give the best class setup and game modes for this, and then some quick tips to help you get the challenge done even faster. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips, but if you do want to jump to a specific part of the video, there will be timestamps in the description. Now once you unlock this weapon, you may want to level it up, make a solid class setup with the new gun, or unlock gold or diamond camo on this weapon, and if so, I'll have camo guides for this weapon, a guide on how to level up weapons fast, a best class setup, all of those kind of things, so check them out. Again, cards on screen and a link in the description. Without further ado though, let's get into the guide. So this challenge can be done in either multiplayer or zombies for Cold War, but don't forget it can also be unlocked on Warzone as well. So for Cold War, for multiplayer the challenge says using assault rifles deal 1000 damage in 15 different completed matches. So basically when you kill one enemy of full health, that's about 100 damage, and so basically that's the equivalent of 10 kills. But it's best to get around 10 to 15 kills in a match, just in case you killed someone that didn't have full health, and then it wouldn't count. Don't forget assists will also count towards this damage as well, so just do 1000 damage however you can. That'll be 10 full kills, or let's say it was like 9 full kills, 1 kill where they had half health, and then another full kill, something like that. However you do it, as long as you get 1000 damage in a match with that assault rifle or any assault rifles, then you should be all good. For zombies, the challenge says you need to eliminate 750 enemies using an assault rifle that's been pack punched 3 times. Now we'll discuss the zombie strategy in a minute, we're going to focus on multiplayer first, but as a quick note, for the multiplayer side of things, it needs to be 15 completed matches, so if you leave early the progress will seem to count initially, but if you come off the game the progress will reset, so you must stay in the match until it finishes, unlike Warzone where you can leave. A lot of people always think that it counts and they think, oh, it's good, but then if you actually reload the game, you'll see that the progress that it's saying counts has wiped off. So it won't count unless you stay in each multiplayer match. But don't worry, it won't take too long with this strategy we're going to talk about today. So also you can just check your kill counted by checking the challenge progress bar in game. So if you go to the menu in a match, click on edit next to your class, hover over the Vargo 52, which is normally at the bottom of the list in the assault rifle tab. You can check this before the match to know what you're on. Recently the game was updated so you won't actually see your progress for that match until it finishes. It will show you the progress before you started the match, because you have to actually complete the match for the next point to count. So it's harder to know if you've done the challenge, but as long as you get 10 to 15 kills, you should be fine. But anyway, get as many kills as you can in that match. So we're going to talk about multiplayer first and then zombies. So for multiplayer, the best map or mode, generally I'd say face-off is probably best, as matches are less than 5 minutes. They're small maps, lots of enemies, easier to get kills, but if that's not around then you can choose other modes like Nuketown 24/7, ones like that. Just make sure that the matches are core and not hardcore, as in hardcore enemies have less health, so you need to get more kills. Now moving on to the class setup, you want to put on any assault rifle for the primary, like a Farah 83, Krig 6, EM2, whatever you want. Put on some attachments, generally ones that, increase your aim down sight speed, your reload speed, your damage, sprint to fire speed, the amount of ammo you've got, that kind of thing. For perks, you can put on the perk greed wildcard, and I recommend in perk 1 going for flak jacket, so it allows you to take less damage from enemy explosives and sort of flames. You can also put on tactical mask, so you have maximum resistance to flashbang and stun grenades, and you're immune to the gas. In perk 2, I'd go for scavenger, which allows you to replenish ammo for full players, so you just have more ammo to use. And the second perk 2 I'd use is tracker, so you can see an imprint of enemy footsteps, see where they are on the map, that kind of thing. And in perk 3, I'd go for ghost, which makes you undetectable by enemy spy planes, and also cold-blooded, so that AI controlled score streaks won't target you, and player controlled score streaks won't highlight you, so you're just less likely to die from score streaks. In terms of the equipment, for the lethal, don't use anything, and for the tactical, you can use a stim shot, as it allows you to heal more, or anything else, but that's normally what I'd recommend. And then for the field upgrade, I put on the field mic, so it highlights enemy sounds on your minimap to see where enemies are. You just basically can find more of them to kill them more quickly. My general tips for multiplayer: first of all, you want to be as aggressive as possible while getting these 10 to 15 kills. Reload when it's sensible, take cover when needed, push to the enemy spawns, and try flanking around the edge of the map to get kills. And like I say, as long as you get 10 to 15 kills where most of them have got full health, then you should be all good. Stay in the match till it finishes. It's only 5 minutes, like I say, if you're playing face-off, so it's not too long at all. It might even be less than that if your team does well, or the enemy team does well. And then once you've done that 15 times, you'll unlock the weapon. But if you want to play zombies to unlock it, you can as well. We're going to talk about the zombie strategy, and then at the end of the video, we're going to talk about which method is actually best. So if you're interested in that at all, stick around for it. Now for zombies, the challenge, like I said, says eliminate 750 enemies while using an assault rifle that has been pack-a-punch 3 times. So put on a weapon gun again that has the Farah 83, Krig 6, EM2, any kind of assault rifle like that for the weapon. Put on attachments again that sort of increase your damage, aim down sight speed, aim walking movement speed, that kind of thing. You could also put on an attachment that increases the salvage drop rate just so that you can kind of upgrade your weapons and armor a little bit faster, but that's not essential at all. That kind of thing basically. Have a good optic on it. And then for the field upgrade, I like to put on Ring of Fire so that you can, when you're standing within it, it boosts the amount of damage you do, so it's easier to get lots of zombie kills on high rounds, but you can go for other things as well. It's up to you, but that's kind of my favourite. And then in terms of the map and mode, I would say Mauder Totem's probably one of the best, as it's easy to grind out to the rounds, to get points, lots of zombie kills, that kind of thing, as long as you follow the strategy I'm going to be showing you. It's got a very good place you can kind of hang out and go through the rounds very fast, so that's what I'd recommend. But you know, some people might go for 5AC or I don't know, D-Machine, maybe even Forsaken, I don't know. Personally, I would say Mauder Totem is my favourite for this to get through the rounds really fast. So basically what you want to do for zombies is get kills as fast as possible to get lots of essence, and you can also go prone near perk machines to get additional money, and also don't forget to rebuild some window barriers too. All that will generate some more cash on the earlier rounds. You want to kind of stay in the spawn area for like the first, let's say 5 rounds, just to get through them quickly and the zombies can run to you because they're not too far away, whereas if you open up all the map straight away, zombies will take longer to get to you and it'll take longer to go through the rounds. So it's just easy to stay in the same spawn area for a little while, go to like round 5, rack up some points and just get the kills as fast as you can, just bash it out. Then you want to open up the map, obviously go to the West Berlin streets, turn on Pack-a-Punch machine. By the way, if you need any guides for Mauder Totem, I have got those, so feel free to check them out. I'll have links in the description for that and a card on screen as well. But basically once you're there, you can Pack-a-Punch your weapon and add the ammo mod as well, so I'd recommend Crypto Freeze because it kind of slows and freezes the zombies, but up to you whatever one you want to go for. Just probably don't go for something like the turned one or brain rot, whatever you want to call it, because then some zombies will die without you actually killing them and they can run off and attack other zombies, which is annoying. So Pack-a-Punch your weapon as soon as possible to do more damage, then pick up as much salvage as you can along the way to upgrade your weapon at the weapon and armor stations to increase your weapon damage. You want to buy a few essential perks like Juggernog, Deadshot, Daiquiri, Speed Cola, that kind of thing, but don't go overboard with the perks because you want to save your money so that you can upgrade your weapon to tier 3 as fast as possible. So you want to use the area in the top of the department store on the West Berlin streets where the Wonder Fizz perk machine is. I would stand in the corner of that room if I were you, allowing zombies to come to you. Once you have Deadshot Daiquiri, you can hold down the fire trigger while spamming the left aim down sight trigger to keep locking onto zombie heads to get the kills faster, so that's kind of what I like to do. I would also make use of bonus points, double points, drops as much as you can, and use the Ring of Fire to kill boss zombies and large group of enemies. If you get overwhelmed at all, you can stand in the alleyway next to the West Berlin streets department store, so kind of when it gets too much, go down there instead and stay there. And you can also, once you're there, rappel below ground when you get overwhelmed as well, so you've always got a backup strategy. So you know, once things get a bit much and it's too crowded in the room, drop down to the alleyway. I'll show you guys where it is. If that gets too much, you can always rappel underground and kind of run back up again, just so you don't get cornered and die. Basically, just be aware that 1 or 2 zombies around will come out from the window behind you if you're staying in that alleyway. No more than that unless you run off and come back, but you know, so just be aware of that. But yeah, you should be fine. So yeah, then what you want to do is Pack-a-Punch to level 2 and level 3 as soon as you can, then keep in that alleyway and hold down, like I say again, the fire trigger while spamming the aim down sight trigger to kind of keep locking onto zombie heads to kill zombies and progress through the rounds faster. As soon as you get overwhelmed, you can use the Ring of Fire field upgrade, or you can do a lap around the map, like I say, rappelling below ground and make your way back up again, and keep doing this until you get 750 kills with your level 3 Pack-a-Punch weapon. You can check your progress by clicking pause, going to a loadout, going to edit, assault rifle, bottom of the list is the Vargo 52 in the assault rifle tab, and that's pretty much it. Shouldn't be too difficult, shouldn't take too long. Now let's quickly talk about which method is best. So I would say in general the easiest method of multiplayer versus zombies is zombies, and the reason why I'd say zombies by a slight edge is that as long as you can get to the high rounds on a map of your choosing in zombies, you'll be able to do it a bit more quickly. With multiplayer it'll probably take slightly longer, and also it requires more effort of having to try to get kills. You can be quite sweaty, that kind of thing, and also you're loading into and out of matches quite frequently because they're small matches, so the amount of time it takes for the game to finish, waiting in the lobby, starting up the next game, waiting to actually start playing, that takes out sort of at least 1 to 2 minutes between games when you look at it. So it's just unnecessary time that's wasting it, whereas with zombies it's one whole game. You don't need to keep loading in and out matches, you can get it all done in one match. So I'd recommend zombies if you're able to get to those high rounds and do it quickly. If that's a struggle, then multiplayer it is. Like I say, you can also do it in Warzone, but it might take you a little bit longer, although you can leave the matches, so that's also something to consider. If you do want to do it in Warzone, like I say, I've got a separate guide for for that, so feel free to check it out. I hope these tips helped. If they did, be sure to leave a like on the video so that other people can find it too, and feel free to subscribe to stay up to date with all my latest videos. You can feel free to check out my Cold War, Vanguard and Warzone camo guides for unlocking new DLC weapons, my best class setup for the Vargo 52 assault rifle, how to level up weapons fast in Cold War, Vanguard and Warzone, and how to level up tiers fast, and also so much more on my channel. So feel free to check any of those out if you need, and don't forget to enter my COD points giveaway. There'll be details for that in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.